Have you ever wondered where animals get their protein? A lion gets it from meat, an elephant gets it from grass, a gorilla gets it from leaves, and a blue whale gets it from tiny creatures called krill. But here's the real question. If every animal eats something different, where does all their protein actually come from? Is meat the original source of protein, or does the story begin somewhere else? Today we are going to follow the complete journey of protein from its very beginning all the way to the top of predators. By the end of this video, you will see the food chain in a complete different way. Every animal on earth needs protein to survive, but they don't all get it from the same food. Means that's because every species has evolved differently. Their teeth, jaws, digestive system, and lifestyle determine what they can eat. Let's start with carnivores. Animals like lions, tigers, wolves, crocodiles, and eagles get their protein by eating other animals. They feed on mussels, organs, fish, birds, or other prey, which are naturally rich in protein. Now let's look at herbivorous animals like elephants, deers, cows, giraffes, rabbits, and gorillas. Never hunt other animals for food, instead, they eat grass, leaves, shoots, seeds, fruits, and other plants. These plants are their primary source of protein. Then we have omnivorous animals like bears, pigs, raccoons, and humans eat both plants and animals. This gives them multiple sources of protein. Some animals species like eating insects, anteaters eat thousands of ants every day. Frogs catch insects with their sticky tongues. Woodpeckers search for insects hidden inside tree bark. For them, insects are the main source of protein. The ocean follows the same rule. Like blue whales feed on millions of tiny krills, penguins eat fish and squids, sharks hunt fish, seals, and other marine animals. No matter where an animal lives, every ecosystem has its own protein source. But this raises another question: where does all of this protein come from in this first place? Let's think about this for a moment. A lion gets protein from a deer gets protein from plants, but where do plants get protein? Do they absorb protein directly from the soil? The answer is no. Plants don't absorb protein. Instead, they absorb water, minerals, and nitrogen through their roots. Now, here's another mystery. Most of the air around us is made of nitrogen gas, but plants can't use that nitrogen directly. This is where tiny microorganisms become incredibly important. Special bacteria living in the soil convert nitrogen gas into forms that plant can absorb. This process is known as nitrogen fixation. Once plants absorb this nitrogen, they use sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to produce amino acids. Those amino acids are then joined together to form proteins. In other words, plants are the first major producers of protein in almost every land ecosystem. Without plants, the entire food chain would eventually collapse. Many people believe contains no protein. That's actually a myth. Every plant contains protein. The moment and the amount simply varies from one plant to another. Cows spend most of the day eating grass. Elephants can eat more than 100 kilograms of plants every single day. Gorillas eat leaves, stems, shoots, and fruits. When these animals eat plants, their digestive system breaks plants' protein into amino acids. Their bodies then use those amino acids to build muscles, organs, skins, furs, and countless other tissues. Animals like cows and deer also have special microbes inside their stomachs. These microbes help them digest tough plant material and extract nutrients from efficiently. That's one of the biggest reasons herbivores can become incredibly large and powerful without ever eating meat. Now let's return to the lion. When a lion hunts a deer, it isn't simply eating meat. It is eating the proteins stored inside the deer's muscles and organs. Inside the lion's digestive system, those proteins are broken down into amino acids. The lion's body then uses those amino acids to build brand new proteins for its own muscles, organs, claws, skins, and furs. So the lion doesn't keep the deer's protein, it breaks them apart and builds its own. And here's the most fascinating part: the protein inside the deer originally came from plants. That means the lion's protein also traces back to plants, even though lions never eat grass. The original source of their protein is still the plant kingdom. Let's follow the journey on one final time. Nitrogen in the atmosphere is converted by bacteria, absorbed by plants, eaten by herbivores, and finally passed on to carnivores. So the next time someone says a lion gets its protein from meat, you will know that's only part of the story. Meat is simply one step is the journey. If you trace the food chain all the way back, the original source of protein is plants, powered by sunlight and supported by nitrogen fixing bacteria. And that's one of the most incredible connections in nature. Everything from the smallest rabbit to the largest whale is connected through the same visible journey of protein.